Okay, this is my video for my 1995 Ford Ranger XLT 4.0 two-wheel drive. This is for the fuel pump. I was having problems with it. I wasn't getting any fuel delivery. So I went through a bunch of stuff to get it done. And I wanted to do that real quick in a brief video to you guys. And I'll put a bunch of links to other people's videos that I looked at that were very helpful to help me figure out what the problem was, because I didn't think it was a fuel pump at first. But anyway, so this is the engine I got. They got the 4.0. You see it's pretty standard 4.0 engine, nothing special done to it. Here's what the problem, I was having intermittent fuel problems. I think it just, or excuse me, intermittent starting problems. It would start whenever it wanted to. It doesn't matter if it was hot or cold or anything else. It just, sometimes it'd come out and it would not start. Sometimes it would start right away. And anyway, I had heard some humming when I was driving it earlier this year at the lake. And I thought maybe the fuel pump was going out, but I didn't know what. I just bought the truck, so I wasn't sure really what was going on. But anyway, basically what I did was I went through a bunch of steps trying to figure out what was happening. First, I checked the relays. And I checked here's your fuel pump relay here. This is connected somehow to the fuel pump relay, all right? I don't know how it is, but anyway, I tried a couple tests that this guy did on this video, and I tried that out, and it didn't work. All it did was blew a couple of fuses out for me because I hooked it up wrong. But anyway, so it blew this one out and blew that one out there. But check those first. Just change them around. This one goes to like headlights or something like that, or I don't remember what it is. Not headlights, but anyway, you can use this one to test, on these two. But they're all fine, it turns out. So next thing I did was I checked the inertia switch, which is inside the cab of the truck. We'll go over here and show you where it's at. And if you go underneath, you can see up underneath here, this is your inertia switch here. And it should be pressed down. There's a little red button inside of there. And what happens when the car impacts something, if you hit a bumper or something like that, it might make that thing loose. That red button should be down. But this switch can go out, but it's rare for the switch to actually go out. It toggles itself sometimes. Sometimes you have to check that. That would cut fuel off as well, but that wasn't my problem. I checked all the connections and power to that, and everything was fine. Okay, so next thing I did was I took as you can see, I got the bed off still because I was going to do this video. I checked everything here. Checked all my wiring. Everything was fine all the way. I checked it all the way back. Changed the fuel filter out. Nothing. Finally, I did a test on the fuel pump, and I couldn't get anything from it. So I bought a new fuel pump and put it in, and it works fine. And now, I have another video on how to test these things out. Kind of tedious, but the way to test your fuel pump is, once you get to this point, is just run a couple straight wires from your battery. So, I had some long wires, such as this, but longer. This is here for another reason. I'll tell you in a little bit. But run one from your negative to your positive. Run it all the way back here and hook it up here. This right here is your negative for your fuel pump. This right here is your positive. These two are for your sending unit. So hook your negative here from your battery, the positive here from the battery. You'll hear it turn on. I mean, that's a way to bypass all the wiring. I know if that will let you know if you have a relay problem or something like that, if you have a shorted wire or something. That's the quickest way to do it. Now, what I did was I found out that after I replaced all that, somehow I switched to another one. And I found out the hard way that this fuel pump, or this fuse right here, this 30, is PCM, power control module. So after changing all these out and looking at them, checking the inertia switch, I was getting ready to do the camshaft sensor. I looked at this one, I came back to it just thinking, okay, let me check them again, just to make sure, even though I checked them before. That was blown. I put it back in and started right it up. No problem. So check these two. Check that one there. Check your fuel pump. Check your inertia switch before you do that camshaft sensor, because you have to take the manifold off to do the camshaft down there. Make sure you rule out everything else. Have any questions, let me know, and I'll put the links to other videos that I got help from. Take care, guys.